Hey, how's it going, everybody? It is, I think, about 5 p.m. on a Saturday. Chinese New Year's soon, so the different pandas and dance festivals are happening down at Mphere Park below and the Mphere. There's hundreds of panda stuffed animals. I'm not sure where they're walking. There's a couple of giant pandas up there. It's not there anymore. This morning was a big float, like a flatbed truck. Yeah, see, here's a bunch of pandas down here. Happy Chinese New Year soon. We wandered inside the Emporium Mall. I'm not sure what this is. One of the big jewelry shops, I guess. Dior, or maybe Cartier. Some higher end stores in these malls in Bangkok. There's a Gucci shop. And Boone and I are in the Mphere Mall. This is one of the Jim Thompson silk stores. He was an American OSS officer who kind of revitalized the Thai silk industry. I think it had something to do with Elizabeth Taylor and The King and I, or The King and I on Broadway. Anyhow, he was a big Asian art dealer and going all around Southeast Asia, and he saw the women hand weaving silk in the old Thai tradition and brought it back to New York, and just it took off from there. So I think the Thai government, this is back in the 50s, but before the CIA, the OSS, and he was stationed all over Southeast Asia. But Jim Thompson, it's not cheap, good quality stuff. 100% silk, hand woven. And this is kind of my go-to spot to pick up gifts to take back to the US. You can see it's beautiful quality. And here's a little demonstration of the hand woven silk. So these are all a little bit different. When Boone's helping me out, I'm not great with colors to begin with. I'm colorblind. What is that one? What colors are in that? It's gold and a little bit of blue in the middle. Is that blue or greenish? It's pretty, but you know what? I got this is going to one of my good friends, Moses. His wife, she's also a very good friend of mine, but she loves to wear these silk scarves with her business outfits, especially she heads back to New York City. I believe I got her something like that a year or two ago, so maybe something a little darker. I also know sometimes she prefers these are the ladies, but they have limited quantities of the men's scarves. They're also silk, but a little more muted as far as charcoaly and dark brownish. I think I got her a couple of those. We're just gonna do the best we can. It's, again, all hand woven stuff, so it's either here or it's not. Here's the dragons. And on the skywalk, once again, in between the Prom-Pong BTS and the Mphere Mall, it's just lined with pandas. Mphere Park, little 11-acre park in between the two malls, and off in the distance is the Marriott Marquis. Just across from the park, one of my favorite little beer alleys, that's O'Shea's. You can see the rooftop up on the 5th floor. Right below me, the Robin Hood. Down the way, the Royal Oak. Nice little trifecta. And 2025 is the year of the snake. There are pandas everywhere. We're almost at the end of the skywalk here. The Mphere, the three malls together is the M District. At the top of sukhumvit 31 across from the Mphere, you have a couple of good Chinese charcoal, or not Chinese, I'm sorry, Japanese charcoal meats. Nice display. I gotta tuck over Kung Fu fighting. A lot of little kids taking their picture. I walked by here at 4 in the morning last night, I think, and they had all the pandas covered up with plastic sheets and a couple of security guards. And the Butter Bear Bakery on the ground level of the Mphere, always popular. When the bear is here and dancing around, there's 500 people in line. There's hundreds of food choices here, Mphere. A lot of panda love happening. This is a panda pop-up store. And we ducked into the 24-hour VM market here at the top of Soi 33.5. You'll find items in here that they only have in here. Oh, where are they at? Usually they're here, these Nilla wafer cookies, but they're $10 a box. All kinds of really good cheeses. What are you looking at, Boone? Blue cheese? There's a lot of smog going on this week. Boone's rocking the mask. I got no problem with that. It has nothing to do with the pandemic. It has to do with, I think Bangkok was the 9th dirtiest city pollution-wise yesterday. I'm sure it's not much better today. Yeah, here they are. Those Nilla wafers, 255 baht. Some Ritz crackers, 245, 265 on the honey made. Graham crackers, 339 on the Triscuits. Oh, okay, that's pushing it. You can get some pretty good deals on some decent Australian crackers. They might be 170 baht a box. Still, you're paying for these Farong, foreigner, kind of touristy cookies and crackers, but at least you can find them in here. When I missed the Cheez-Its, 250 baht, and Fig Newtons, I guess, fat-free figs, 235. I like a good Fig Newton every couple of years. A pretty nice selection of beers. Here's bottles of Corona, 69 baht, Stella, 59. Many of the locals aren't too bad. Excuse me. Tall cans of Corona, 89. Budweiser. You won't find Budweiser, Bud Light, but Tall Boys Budweiser, 69 baht. And even some IPAs. Here's, I've seen them all over here. I've seen Stone, Ballast Point, but $3.19 a can. Whatever brand this is, I don't even know. IPs are expensive anywhere in the world. Really nice butcher counter, salmon. That's no joke. Norwegian salmon, 1,890 a kilogram. Sometimes you'll see Alaskan king crab, and I think one time where I was at the gourmet market and they had a live Alaskan king crab. It was about 250 bucks for one crab. It's gonna come at a cost, but there's all kinds of Wagyu beef in here and honey ham. Nice products. You can still get a decent steak, whatever that is, 350, 3,500 a kilogram, but a good steak's gonna be 20 bucks. An okay steak is gonna be 10 bucks. Well, it's not totally outrageous. It's kind of like comparing whatever it is, the finest prime aged beef, to whatever they're selling at Walmart. Now eggs are pretty darn cheap over here. Somebody was saying online they just paid, I forget, like $6 a dozen, something crazy. Now maybe that was in New York City, but here you go. Again, it depends on the size, but 68 baht, so what is that, less than $2 for a dozen? Here's 59 baht. Maybe those are smaller, 70 baht. Now they're all non-refrigerated brown eggs. It's probably better than what's going on with the white eggs in the US, pasteurized wise. I'm not even sure. And I ducked out the side door at the VM market. That's the 24-hour Sunrise Tacos. Not bad. It's not much cheaper than Charlie Brown's sit-down Mexican restaurant, but it's 24 hours, so that's a major plus. We're taking the little horseshoe. On the other side is O'Shea's and Royal Oak, heading over to the Japanese Fuji market. Bourne likes to check out. It's about 7 p.m. They put all the sushi and little small bits of salmon. Sometimes they mark them down about this time of the day to blow them out of there. Little snack for later. This Danish bakery, I've never been in there. 200 feet to the right near the Royal Oak is Custard Nakamura. That's one of my favorite Japanese bakeries of all time. So yeah, if I'm in the mood for bakery, I'm usually there. Char grilled eel specialty. And there's the Japanese bakery straight ahead. And the Royal Oak, if we were to take a right, we'll be at O'Shea's in 20 seconds. The Royal Oak and Sukhumvit. But we're going in the opposite direction. This is the Japanese store, Watts, kind of a everything 60 baht type of place. Super organized. And just past that, the Japanese Fuji market. Unlike the Via market, which is 24, I think this place is 8 in the morning till 10 p.m. Not positive, maybe 9 p.m. And we're ducking into this pet store. Boone has a little chihuahua that has kind of always ate the same pet food. He doesn't eat a ton of food, but it's this Royal Canine. I mean, all our dogs back in the day ate whatever was on sale. I don't know, I get it. The little dog, a little stomach, so whatever works for him, it's probably worth the extra $5 a month or whatever it costs. She's gonna check the price in the pet store. Normally nothing's on sale in the pet store. Then we'll walk here to the Fuji, see if they have it for one, if it's on sale for another, and then check the blowouts on the little bento boxes or whatever they prepare. She's feeling like a little salmon. And I am going to put this phone down. My girlfriend is pretty patient with me, filming, I don't know, 90% of the time we're wandering around, usually just a half hour of a whole evening. And she understands that it's kind of our beer money, but still, I'm gonna put this phone down and we're gonna enjoy our Saturday night. So you take it easy, and there will be plenty more videos on the way. Hopefully you'll tune in. We'll see you later. From Bangkok, Thailand.